maybe. Let me ping everyone. I think we are. Sweet. Hey everyone. How are you guys? How are you all doing? Let's see. I haven't. There we go. Now I see it. I see the notification. Guys, how are you all doing? Ah, I can hear myself. No. See, I haven't. There we go. Now mute. I see that. There we go. There we go. Sorry. I'm so sorry that I was a little bit late. I was just setting up the AES system notifications. So if you super chat now, you'll get the AES system because I had promised I would do that. Hey everyone. How are you guys doing? Woo, it's been a crazy week, but I'm super excited to be able to be live streaming again. We're gonna have some fun today. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be finishing up these caves and maybe starting to work on the outside of Lucy's house. So it'll be a ton of fun. I'm really excited. And yeah, also something kind of fun. This is the first time that I've recorded a little bit before the live stream, and then I'm going to be recording a little bit after the live stream. And then maybe around Wednesday or Friday, you guys are going to get a devlog video, including this live stream. So I don't have the chat here yet, but I ideally would want to put the chat somewhere on screen so that I could show it in the video itself. But I haven't done that yet. But you'll be able to see yourself, maybe. Well, you'll be able to hear some comments or something like that. But let's just jump right in where we left off. So, if you remember where we left off, we were working on the lighting for the flipped caves here for the intro of Act 2. And I won't do any spoilers or anything like that, but here's where we left off. So, it looks really nice, it looks really pretty, but we're kind of missing something. And we had decided that we should add more flipped plants. And so, what we're going to be doing is, I've already added one. This one over here. I did this before the live stream, which you guys will see in the video, so we won't really go too much into him over here. But I think it'd be fun to make maybe one or two more, and then we'll go and we'll start to improve the caves. So, real quick before we do that, oh yeah, here's some fun stuff I've done. So, I've set up the system that allows me to change the lighting of the cave, so we can make it glow red, like that, and then we can also set it right back to normal. And I don't remember who it is. I'm so sorry, but I love the idea of making the flipped plants turn red. That's such a cool idea, and so I implemented that. Whoever you are, thank you so much for that awesome idea. So let's just get started. So let's take a look through this cave system here and just kind of see if there's any weak points. So I mean, this area right here is pretty boring, and then this is a thing that happens. I mean, the chase isn't super long. This area, I remember this area being extremely boring. So we're gonna have to do some fun stuff here. I think maybe we could put like the Venus flytrap plant like right around here, maybe. And then Lucy does her code thing, and then you walk through here. This part's good already. I like this part. And then we walk into the house. Okay, so there's not that much work to do, but let's just get started. So the plants that I had wanted to add. You're going to get a little bit of a spoiler for the video, so if you don't want a spoiler for the video, look away. But, yeah, look away, look away, look away. I'm going to delete it. Okay, there we go. We're good. Alright. So, wait. Oh my gosh, that was the wrong file. Oh my gosh, that was the wrong file. My bad. I didn't want to delete that one, actually. It's flipped plants. There we go, this one. Okay, here we go. Delete, delete. You didn't see that. You didn't see that. Pretend you did not see that. Alright, so here's the two flipped plants that I have. It's not the best, but we need to add a little bit more variety. So what I'm kind of thinking we do is I don't remember if I have a picture of it or not. Oh, you're on the wrong screen. Oh my gosh, you couldn't even see it. Perfect. Okay. I accidentally showed the flipped plants model, and I don't want to show that yet. So the kind of plant that I'm thinking we add is going to be like kind of a circle thing that like it's almost like a root. Like, hold on, let me see if I can find a picture, because I think this would help. Tree root standing 2 legs. I don't think I'm gonna get anything from this. Okay, it's like this, kind of. Yes, there we go. Okay, it's like this. I have not set that up yet. So I think this is going to be really easy to model, and I'm really not nervous about it, to be honest. I think it's going to be super simple. We're just going to create a little cube thing here, and let's extract this out like so. And we're just going to give it some legs. something like this, maybe. Kind of plant vibes, you know what I mean? Just like this. And then we'll scale that down. Do you see the vision? Do you guys see what I'm trying to do? I explained it really horribly. Maybe like this. And like so. That looks really silly. I can't really take that seriously. That looks kind of silly. Maybe I'll add a third leg kind of coming out here. Maybe like so. Like so. You know what I mean? This is way a little bit too big. Maybe like this and like this. Yeah, goofy legs, that is kind of what it is. So maybe we'll round out the top a little bit. Hello, welcome to the stream. So let's see, actually, maybe let's add a displace modifier to this thing and kind of give it some noise so that it's not as... Oh, I like the idea of having spikes on it, actually. We'll do that. Let's scale this out like so. Kind of roughing it up a tiny bit, you know? Then we'll use geometry nodes to add some spikes to it. So let's give that a shot. So let me make a little spike here that we can put in. I actually want it to be a triangle, so I think it might be easier to use a sphere or a circle with 3 sides. And we'll just extract this up and merge it like that. And do a little sharp triangle like so. Then we'll go over into geometry nodes. Do you guys want to see geometry nodes? Yeah, you probably do. Let's go, where is it? There we go. Geometry node editor. All right, let me move over. There we go. ARG on a song? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Object, and we're gonna grab this little circle thing, and then we're gonna do instance on faces, or no, points on face. Distribute points on face, yes. Here we go. Then we're gonna do instance on points. Instance here. What? Invalid? Why is that invalid? Maybe I have to do object info instead. Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Boom. Okay. Then let's see. Oh, dubbed elemental. Yes. Yeah, there is some stuff in that song that is related. Okay, so if we flip back to the main screen here, we have all of these points here on this mesh, which is, you know, what we want, but we do have to join the 2 geometry together. So let me do that real quick, just like that. All right, now let's align the what's it called? The spikes with the normal. That did not work. That did not work either. How do you do this? We have to do like this. There we go. Yeah. There we go. Cool. Okay, so now we just gotta change the scale and make them a little bit less strange. Actually, I'm gonna move my OBS over here, and then I'm gonna extend that here. Okay, there we go. So now I can see the chat a lot easier. Do you see the vision? Do you see what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm onto something, but I'm honestly not sure. So, I've noticed a lot when I make Venge and stuff, a lot of it is just trust the process. Like, when I was making the little Venus flytrap thing earlier, like you'll see in the video, I was not super confident about it until I finished it. It was a very much trust the process sort of thing. But, see, I think we're good. Hold on, let me make these not as big. And then I'll add a little bit of random rotation to this. Oh. It's math. Vector math. I think that's fine. We'll add a little bit of random rotation to the vectors themselves, just to kind of give them a little bit of non-uniformity. You know, like this? Yeah, trust the process. Trust the process. I'm just gonna keep saying that because I'm coping. RGB curves. Here we go. We'll make them prefer to be smaller like that. Yeah, there we go. See? Do you see the vision? I see the vision. I am confident about this. Not really. But now what we're going to do is let's just start... Well, I kind of think it'd be fun if the legs were longer. I'm kind of overreaching a little bit. Maybe I could rotate them around a tiny bit too. Like that. And then maybe we can add a little bit of detail where like this part is like sucked in the middle a little bit. Ooh, yeah, I like that idea. Then we'll flatten that. So then it can kind of almost be like an eyeball. You know what I mean? And then maybe it'd be fun if we had... Oh, add a crystal? I think a crystal could be cool. I kind of think maybe it would be fun to have a little thingy down here. I don't know what it would be yet, but just something kind of hanging off of here. Like maybe it's like its egg. Like this thing has an egg and then it holds it and then it drops it and then the egg causes the plant to spread. I don't know, something like that. See, I think that looks a lot better. Now let's I think we're ready to texture this thing. Nice, quick, and easy. It doesn't have to be super crazy. So let me move the textures. I really need a larger texture for this stuff. I am running out of space on this texture. Looks a bit like an SMP or SCP thing, low-key, yeah. Or a tripod, yeah, I see what you mean. Alright, can we texture this? No, we haven't set up the material yet. So we'll do this. Now it's all black. Let's hide the geometry nodes for now, just until we can finish the texture here. So I'm kind of imagining this thing is like a tan brown, and I'm gonna have it be the same brown. Ooh, oh wait, wrong texture channel. I'm gonna have it be the same brown that I've been using before, so like this sort of brown, just because I think it'll look really nice light. It'll be easy to light in game, you know what I mean? If you don't have to worry about like, what's it called? The darkness and stuff, because I tend to make things too dark. So let's make it a little bit lighter, and we can always darken it too. Just like so. Then what I'll do is I'll add a slight gradient coming from the bottom, like this. Just to give it a little bit more shape. It added all these lines, which I don't know why it did that. We'll just kind of blur them together. Oh, that slowed down my blender a lot. Did that even work? Oh. I kind of gave it an ugly texture. Alright, let's give it some... Speaking of texture, let's give it some texture. So, we will use this texture here. We have to make a new one. And we'll go to texture here. Let's give it... Ooh, you know what? Some bark... A bark texture would be good. Let me find a bark texture real quick. Bark. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this live stream down. That's what I've been thinking about. It's like, okay, I think this is a good idea, but how do I'm gonna have to go through this live stream at the end and edit it down. So maybe actually, if you guys want to help, that actually would be nice. If we're doing anything interesting that you think would be good in the video, you should send it in the chat so that when I look through the live stream again, then I can add it. Because I'm really bad at determining what's interesting from my work. That's one of the reasons that I find making trailers so hard, is because I just don't know what people will find interesting. So, ooh, I like that a lot. So if you would like to do that, that would be very helpful. Totally optional though. Okay, let's give it a bit of a smaller strength, because I want to be able to go in with a smaller brush. Let's scale this down. See what I mean? That actually looks really cool. I like this a lot. So just give it a kind of texture sort of everywhere. We'll give it more barky textures on the bottom here. And then on the top, maybe we'll do a little bit like this. Sweet. This helped a lot. Then let's kind of add a little bit of detail. So I'm going to use some clouds and just kind of do that. And I'm going to give its eye a lot of darkness around it. Just like so. What should this plant be called? Hello, welcome to the stream. I don't know what to call this thing. Maybe a stalking eye or something. I think that might be fun. Let's see. And then we have our egg here, which I'm going to move off screen just so we can kind of texture it separately. And I think for this one, let's give it kind of... What color should we use? Eye catcher? Ooh, that'd be a good one. I don't know if it would move, though. That might be a... Yeah, can you hear Atlas in the background? He's doing playtime right now, so he might be a little barky. We're going to give it this purple material, and I don't want a texture to it. I want it to be clean purple. Wood creature? Ooh, that's a good name, too. The eye looks like a potato. It does look like a potato, yeah. So maybe we'll go with this, and we'll kind of give it a bit of a purple tint as well, like towards the bottom. And then maybe we can find some scales and use some scales to... Well, I don't know. I kind of like that, to be honest. Wait, why is there this one? What is this? Oh, it's just a overlapping mesh. There we go. Sweet. And then... let's do... Oh, it kind of gave it a little bit of a purple thing up here. I want to blur that out. Oh, no, wait. You know what? It's fine. It's part of the design. So now let's reapply this, the little spiky things. There we go. And then let's give these spiky things a texture as well. We'll just give them the same bark texture. I don't know where their material is. Let's give them, reset it, flip the normals, move it over, and let's just put it like right in here. There we go. The Eye of Wood. Ooh, that's a good name too. Atlas should be a meme. Oh, that would be funny if he was. So then let's give it some tentacles a little bit so we can kind of grasp onto this little crystal thing. And maybe in the future we can use this crystal for actual gameplay, but for now it'll just be its own little thing. So let's have it, we're gonna be really lazy and we're just gonna project from view, which will make kind of a strange looking texture, but I think it'll be fine. Here we go. Oh, it looks like it's nap time for Atlas. He really doesn't like going to bed, but he's gotta. Ooh, if it was some sort of parasite, that would be really cool too. Let's move this. Oh, wait, where'd it go? There it is. Let's scale this out just to kind of blend it in a little bit better. Nice. There we go. I like this actually a lot. See, trust the process, guys. I told you, trust the process. There we go. I mean, it definitely looks a little strange, but I think that works in its favor, hopefully. It's not like the prettiest thing you've ever seen in the world, but it's fine. There we go. And then I think it'd be kind of cool if we had some curves coming out of it. So if we did something like this, and we grab this and we put this, I don't know, maybe right here. And we have like almost like the crystal is like feeding into its veins. You know what I mean? I think that could be really cool. So we'll have just a few of these guys coming out. Let me give it some mesh so that it's easier to see. Just like so. See what I mean? And then have some of these dangly bits coming out from the bottom. So then it's almost like this crystal is like what's feeding this little creature guy. Or this little plant guy. Just like so. Like that. Perfect. Now let's give it a little bit of variety so that it's not all the same. I think this actually looks really cool. Then add some bloom in the purple. Yes, definitely. We're gonna make it glow in a second, but let's just add a little bit. Maybe we'll have one of the wires from up here, like so, and then it comes down like this, and it reaches from underneath. If there's gonna be fish in Act 2, I think so. If the water boss is in Act 2, I think there definitely will be fish, just to kind of add variety and stuff. Boom! There we go. Sweet. Let's give it a little bit of like that. Fishing minigame? Oh, low-key. That could be kind of fun. I imagine Lucy would like fishing. Is Atlas super loud? Or is he chilling? Or not that distracting? There we go. I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, this wasn't connected here. Perfect. Did I move it by accident? Is that why everything's not connected anymore? There we go. That looks good. That looks nice. Perfect. So, oh, these are a little bit too high resolution. Let's decrease their resolution until it starts looking bad. Maybe 1 or 2 more. There we go. That looks good. Add displacement to the wires. Oh, okay. Let's try that. Let's try the displacement. Oh. Maybe, is it called noise? What is it called in here? Deform. Wave? No. I'll just have to make it a mesh. And then add some displacement. Just to kind of give it some wonkiness. We gotta edit the texture though. Let me do that real quick. Let's scale it down like this. And then we'll make the strength a lot younger. Or not younger, a lot smaller. There we go. Just like that. Perfect. Yeah, each stream tends to have different numbers of viewers. It just depends on like what people are doing, which is totally fine. Some streams will be larger, some streams will be smaller. Sometimes people are just busy. But I'm hoping that the video idea will help get this stream a lot more attention. We'll see though. This is an enemy. This probably won't be an enemy, but it'll just be like an ambient plant sort of thing. So then let's move this over here. Just like that. Maybe it'd be cool to give it kind of a different color. Maybe we can go with like one of the darker sides. Just like that. Watching this on your birthday? Happy birthday! That's awesome. Hopefully you're having a good birthday. Thanks for spending time with me. That's awesome. Ooh, but they're facing the wrong way. That's another problem. I need them to be facing like this. Yeah, there we go. So then it kind of looks, there we go, nice. Then maybe it would help if I flip this, there we go, sweet. All right, so now let's add some of the glowy bits to it. Well, maybe I can add more of these little thingies here. If I go to geometry nodes, if I open my geometry nodes from here, can I not do that? Okay. Maybe if I add more little spikes, that might look better. Let's see, we're at, oh, this thing is barely impacting the, something like this. The crystal should be blue. I think I might keep it pink just to be in, just to keep consistency with the other things. I'm surprised it's just for the environment. Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah, it looks like some hostile creature. That's definitely true. Yeah, it's just for the environment. One thing I would like to do is be able to control where these spikes go. So let's get some attributes. How do I get them? Just named attribute? Is that how you do it? Hold on, let's try this. I know I've done this before, but I know they change it all the time. So I don't know if this still works. Okay, let's try this. So if we use this attribute to determine the density, then I can go here and go from 44. If we plug that in, it's all black, good. Then if I go into vertex paint and I paint white, okay, perfect, sweet. All right, so we can now control where these spikes generate. What is script progress? So I'm currently in the process of rewriting Act 2 script, like the dialogue and stuff. And so that's the progress that I've made. I haven't made a ton of progress since the last stream just because I don't really like writing very much. It's just not one of the things that I'm good at. So I've been kind of pushing it off, but I'll work on it eventually. All right, let's see. Yeah, here we go. Let's get rid of the spikes around the eyes, just like that. And everything else I think is fine, right? Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll keep some of the spikes just like that. Sweet. Cool, cool. Okay, I think that looks good. I think that looks nice. So now what we should do is we should do this real quick. Oh wait, sorry. Go right. No. Put it right here. Okay. Now what we should do is, I'm forgetting. Oh, right. The glowy parts. Okay, let's work on that real quick. So, you've spent 28 hours on Venge? Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. Venge should be more famous. That would be really cool. I don't know though. I think Venge might be a little bit too niche for people, like for the white mainstream. I don't fully know. All right, so let's add some glowy parts. Ooh, I do not want to add them to the spikes. So let me hide that real quick. And let's try that again. So I want them to be sharp. Here we go. Ooh, a corpse-like plant? That would be really cool. Maybe if we add something like... They're not as bright as they're supposed to be. What's up with that? Oh, the strength is down. Alright, let's... So then what I just do is I just vibrate my mouse as I kind of move down, and we'll just do that. So we'll just like this, and this, and this, and this. Just like so. Just kind of like holding the crystal. Oh, if the plant starts to attack the player, that would be really cool too. There we go. Oh, it looks like Atlas finally calmed down. That's good. Good to hear. So we'll kind of blur the edges here, which helps blend in the lines like so. Oh, never mind. Isn't there a plant that hurts you? Yes, there already is a plant that hurts you. Ooh, okay, so it looks like it painted some of the wood, which is fine. That's alright. So then what I do is I go and grab black, and then I kind of dot it around just to kind of make it look a little bit more subtle. And not as... Ooh, that looks nice. I want to do that around the wood pieces too, because I don't really want... Oh, I forgot to turn this off. There we go. Now we can paint out some of this purple, which I'm fine with some of it being on the stem, but I want a lot of it to be on the crystal. Just like that. Perfect. Look how cool that looks. That looks awesome. Then what we'll do is... Oh, I don't want it right here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. Sweet. Some kind of paralysis demon? Sleep paralysis demon? No, that's so true. I agree. Alright, sweet. That looks awesome. And then what I want to do is I want to add... I've only really used pink and orange and green. But since this thing it doesn't have any leaves on it, I probably should use orange just to be consistent. I wish Glitch was remade. Glitch was remade. That's what Venge is. Venge is the remake of Glitch. Though, just significantly better in kind of every way. Alright, let's paint with some orange. So I like to use orange here for like the internals of vines. I used the wrong brush. Here we go. Ah, I lost the orange. Here we go. And let's just kind of pull this out. For the internals of roots, I use this orange. So we'll do like this. Not a ton though, because we don't want to overuse this orange color. Just like so. No, you're not stupid. Don't worry. Don't worry at all. And just like this. Sweet. Cool. Okay, I think that works. And then we'll do the same thing where we blend the edges like so. Like that. How long have I been streaming for? 30 minutes. We just got started, so no worries on that. There we go. Blur the edges like that, and then we'll use the darker brush to fade some pieces out just to kind of give it a little bit more variety. Just like this. Sweet. Cool. All right. You're a bit late? No, it's totally okay. You can come in whenever you want. So, here we go. I like this, and then I want to add a detail around the eye. And what I'm kind of thinking we can do is some circles. And I think that might look nice. So let's give that a shot, and we'll use this brush. And we'll add kind of around the crevices, just like this. Some kind of eye. Ooh, you know what? Actually, I'll put it on the edge of the of the mesh here. And the reason that I'm going to do that is so that in the dark it looks like this, right? I'll do another one just to kind of dual it up. Like this. And then in the middle, I'm going to put a circle here that's kind of indented a tiny bit like this, right? And the reason that I'm going to do that is so then based on, now it looks like the eye follows you. See that? That's pretty cool. See, now it looks like it's always watching you. I could even push this thing back here more. Like so. Oh, thank you. Thank you. See, I think that's a small little detail that people will like. So let's just kind of blur this out and then blur this around too. And then we'll darken it just like we did before. Darken, 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 darken. It's not a perfect circle thing. Sweet. Cool. What is this thing? This is one of the new flipped plants. So it doesn't really look like it. But also one of the things I just thought of, what if we grabbed one of these leaves and we put them on top here? Do we like that? What do we think of that? It kind of messes up the silhouette a little bit, but maybe if we put it from behind, like this. I don't know, what do you guys think about that? Does that look nice? I can't tell. Oh, I definitely will do a live stream where I code a boss. Okay, wait. So with leaves or without leaves? What do we think? I think I kind of like the leaves. I don't know though. Round helps you with 3 legs and ears. Will Act 2 cost money? Act 2 will be a DLC that'll cost, I think, maybe $2 to $5. So it won't be that much, but yeah. Just because Act 2 takes a lot of, it's gonna take a lot of work and I need to pay rent. Greetings from your Mexican. Hello, that's awesome. Mexico is quite a cool place. I don't know, what do we think? Let me do a poll, because I think that would be way easier to see. Yes, leaves. No leaves. What do we think? Let me get some more. It looks like yes leaves is winning. Excuse me. I could try to change the color, but that would be a lot of work. And I really don't want to have to retexture these leaves again. You know what? We're gonna keep the leaves and we'll see. We'll see if I don't like it later, then I can always remove them. So we'll just do that. Let me make these stems fit in better with the current mesh. There we go. Sweet. Okay, yeah, actually I really like that. Make Venge more expensive. We have 5 hours of gameplay for just $1. See, I would, but I feel like if I make Venge more expensive, then less people will play it. And I don't really care about money. I just care about how many people play Venge. I want everyone to play Venge. But I don't know, maybe also making it so cheap kind of makes people think that it's gonna be a crappy game, and so then they won't buy it. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of how all that works. And also I just kind of think it's embarrassing to change the price of your game multiple times, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I make it more expensive, or should I, like, would that make people want to get it more? I don't know. I don't know how this works. I'm not good with human psychology. Okay, I actually really like this. This is perfect. This is perfect. Oof. Okay, let's... Oh wait, we haven't even applied the little sticky things. Ooh, yes, I like this a lot. This looks really interesting. Okay, let's combine all of this stuff together. And boom, our first flipped plant. You think it could be $5 or $10? I think if I were to change the price, it would be $5. That's what it used to be, but then I changed the price a while ago because I just didn't want to charge people that much for 1.0. So we're gonna call this the I S I. You just saw a spoiler. What did you see? What spoiler? The radish. The radish is a fun name. The iRoot Walker. I like that name. iRoot Walker. Eye Shutter. That's a cool name too. How much mesh does this have? Does this thing have 20,000 vertices? No way. No way. There's no way that this thing has 20,000. Oh my gosh, it does have 20,000 vertices. Okay, well, that's a lot. That's a lot of vertices right there. But I guess that's what we get for having 3D spikes everywhere. I don't know. I don't know if, let's try to decimate it a bit and see. It has 15,000. Sorry, it has 15,000. Yeah, we can't really get rid of them without getting rid of these spikes, huh? You know what I'll do? Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. Watch this here. I'm just gonna make the spikes not 3D. I think that'll help. I'll just make them 2D, and then that should help cut down on some of it. So they already merged together. Okay, we have to go back a little bit. This is an iRoot Walker, and it's one of the brand new flipped plants of Act 2. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of one of these vertices here. And there we go. It won't have as much, but it'll be fine. Let's randomize some of this normal stuff here. So I think I could give it a random rotation. That. Ooh, the number of polygons. Oh, and Bandmen are evil. Yeah, no, literally. See, that works. That works. It works decently well. Spanish dubbing. Maybe we could do Spanish dubbing. I do want to do subtitles for sure. It just takes a lot of work, and I'd have to redo a lot of Venge in order to get subtitles in order to get translations working in Venge. But I really do want to, and it's absolutely on my to-do list in the future. So maybe like, I don't know. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go with that. How much vertices does this have now? Let's see. Okay, 5,000. 5,000 is significantly more reasonable. Significantly more reasonable. I can actually probably, maybe I'll push it to 10, to 7,000. Just cause. I think that might be better. Because it does look a little bit barren. Let's try that. 13,000. Okay, that was way too much. What about you right now? 7,000. Okay, perfect. That looks good. That looks nice. And then let's add some light. So let's kind of simulate how this could look in the game a little bit. With this sort of, just kind of light the thing a little bit. Just kind of get a vibe of what it could be like. Where'd that light go? Here it is. Ooh, I really like that. Doesn't that look so... It looks super interesting. It looks kind of scary. This does look kind of scary. I don't... Yeah, okay. It's scary. That's stupid. Okay, there we go. Now we're good. Let's merge this all together. How much vertices are we at now? We're at 8,000. Okay, 8,000 is reasonable. Like, it has all this through detail and stuff. 8,000 is reasonable. Okay, perfect. Sweet. Let's add this to the game, so... Oh, sweet. I did not know I had subscriber notifications turned on, but thanks, Adriel, for subscribing. That's awesome. Is there going to be a Faluba puzzle and you grab them and put them in baskets? Maybe. I mean, anything's possible. Who knows? So, what was this called again? It was called the iWalker Root. Yeah, iWalker Root. I think it was the other way around. iRoot Walker, but iWalker Root. Here we go. I love this guy. This guy is my favorite flipped plant, I think. Look at how big he is. That's so awesome. He's very tall and very, very elegant. All right, let's make sure that we rename the mesh as well. Just like this. Sweet. paste or export, and let's go into the game. And let's put him in. So we're gonna have to real quick edit the, what's it called? Edit the texture. So let me make sure I saved this texture because I feel like I didn't. Let's go over here and save image. I don't know why it's saving my what's it called? My flip plant texture in that folder, in the wrong folder, but Blender keeps doing that. It's like making me really mad. All right, so now let's go find the flipped plant texture. Here it is. Oh no, that's not the texture. Here we go. Let's go to the material. Then let's go to the texture. All right, we're gonna replace all of these with my own brand new texture, just like this. Sweet. Okay, now we're ready to import him. So let's do it from the scene actually, because I would like them to all be one mesh. So let's go here and we're gonna go into the set. So act 1, or sorry, not act 1, act 2. I'm so used to clicking act 1. Imagine if someone said to program Godot, it would take 1,000 years to make game chapter 2. Yeah, no, definitely. All right, so let's place in our little eye walker root. So let's go grab him. He was in assets, props, flipped plant. I think this one right here. And eye walker root. There we go. Oh, he's pretty big. Oh, he's big. Oh, he's very big. Oh, I love this little guy. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love this so much, actually. I don't know what it is about him, but I just love him so much. He's so tall. He's so tall. That's so fun. That's so fun. I have to make, okay, I'm gonna make the cave right here taller, just because we need room for him to be tall. Oh my gosh, this is so fun, actually. I don't know why, just putting him in the game just made me so happy. I just got like a burst of like serotonin or whatever. He's so tall. Oh, I love that so much. I love that so much. Okay, let's merge them into here and let's move this mushroom because the mushroom can't be in his way. Eyewalker Root, yeah, that's his name. Oh, I love him so much. Is that just me? Am I just being crazy, or does everyone else feel the same way? Look at him! Look at him! That's so fun! That's so fun. Okay, that's so fun. You love him too? Good. I'm gonna put him also, well, it's 9,000 vertices. Maybe I'll only use him once. I don't know, should I? I feel like I should only use him once, just in the scene, because that is a lot of vertices. The flip plants here are already at 25,000, so yeah, we're just gonna use him once. We're not gonna go over that. We're not gonna overuse him. I love him so much too. Ah, why is he glowing white? I see. That was my bad. My bad. I put the wrong material on him. I gotta merge the materials down. There we go. Sweet. Wait. What? Why'd that get rid of his glowy thingy? Oh, I see. Okay. Put them here. And put that here. Okay, there we go. This is perfect. This is perfect. I love him. Alright, and we'll go in the game. There we go. Oh, he's very shiny in the game. I didn't anticipate he'd be this shiny, but I think that's okay. Let's grab some of this light, and we'll put a light underneath him like this. Because I would imagine this little ball thing would cast a little bit of light. And then we'll put a little bit. Oh, this one doesn't cast shadows. Let me put shadows on. Just like so. And then I'd imagine his leaves up here would also cast some green light, just like that. All right, let's see this little guy in the game. Let's see him. Let's see how he looks. All right, to the game. Sweet, here we go. Oh, come on, Unity, there we go. Okay, so here's the thing. Oh, look, there he is. He needs a little better lighting so we can see his little eye. But look at that. That's awesome. I'm gonna watch, I'll throw the flashlight. I'll come over here and I'll put the flashlight like right here. There we go. No, stay. Nudge it. Or nudge it. There we go. Okay. Now we can see him in all of his glory. Wait, why'd that fade out? What? What in the world, Unity? Oh well, whatever. Look at that. Look at him. He's so awesome. That's wonderful. Sweet. He's not glowing very bright. I don't really like that. I want him to glow a little bit more. Let me make his texture a little bit brighter. So, let's go right here. Where's his materials? It's all of this one, so let's open Photoshop real quick. And we'll make his glowy parts a little bit brighter. Let's go and grab I have it right open, right here. Let's flip screens, there we go. And then it was like all of this part right here. Before there. I think right here, this is all the parts that need to be exposed. So to make them brighter, yeah, just like that. Sweet, okay, cool. Let's hope I covered all of them. Oh, these are the thumbnails, the wrong folder. Why did I make the interact button left click instead of E? Because from what I remember, this is kind of a silly answer. But I remember when I was really into Bendy, their their interact button was E, and then their attack was left click. And I really didn't like that because I kept getting them confused. So I figured that when I would make my own game, I would make it smart enough to be able to do both at the same time. And so that's why I chose that. But you can always rebind it to E if you would like, or if you would like. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Now he glows a lot brighter. So let me fix that. And let's go find that. It was flipped plant. Here we go. Let's place the emission. There we go. Now he should be way brighter. Did that work? I cannot tell. I don't think that worked. Excuse me? Why did that not work? Let's try this way. I could have sworn I increased the brightness, right? Hold on. Did I? Let me compare them side by side. Yeah, I did. So let me just either that's working or that did not really have much. Oh, okay, there we go. There we go. That's much brighter. So let's try that in game now. Let's go check that out. There should be an enemy named Big Sam or the blinded leg bags. Sorry for spam. You're good. You're good. That would be interesting. Oh, there we go. Look at him. Oh, I love that. That's awesome. Let's give him another light here, just because he needs to be seen by the world. I'll give him like a pink light like this. Well, no, actually, I'll just make this light right here brighter. There we go. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I love this guy. Let me give myself the normal flashlight, because that one's pretty dim. There we go. I love him. He's awesome. Okay, so this about covers the lighting in this scene. Because by the time we're moving down this hallway, we're in our chase. So what I'm gonna do is, why does it not, I hate how it doesn't save its little stuff. But now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the red lighting. So let's just copy and paste over, well, we're gonna need all of these string lights here, because these will all turn red. And then I know this light right here is going to turn red. And so we're going to copy and paste that and put that into post chase. And we're going to call this intro room exterior. I'm going to put all of these in here. Sweet. Okay. But we're going to change all of these to a red light, like so. So let's see how that looks. Ideally, we should be ready to go. So that didn't work. Why did that not work? I think my lighting control is a little bit messed up. Aha, yes, that would be why. I did not set up the lights correctly. There we go. Okay, we're good now. So, here we go. Here's the normal lighting. Nice, nice, nice. Then, let's switch it up. So we'll use this command right here. Ooh, perfect, perfect. Okay, sweet. One thing that I have not been considering is we need to find a spot to put Red Source's message, which I have not done yet. So we can go from here to here. There we go. Sweet. That looks really good. Thank you. Where could we put it? Because in the old version I had it right here. I think so. Why do I use Unity and not Unreal Engine? I started using Unity. I started with Unity. Unreal. I started with Unreal and I made Glitch in Unreal. Not the released version, but I worked on Glitch in Unreal. And then I hated it so much. I thought the UI was so bad. I hated every part of Unreal Engine. And then I switched to Unity and I loved it. I loved it a lot. And it just like clicked with my brain. So, I don't know. I just have always used it. All right, how could we do this? I don't know how we can do this. How we can project this onto the wall here. Well, let's just try the brute force approach. What if we just like... Let's go back in game. Here. Let's try this. And... Have I ever considered having a concept artist? I don't think so. Just because I typically don't make concept art. I kind of just... I have it visualized in my brain. And I'm able to see my mind's image really clearly. And so I usually just go off of that. But I think I've made one single piece of concept. Well, no, I've drawn characters out before I made them in whatever. But, okay, let's just try this. So if I just put the light here, I just make it really big. No. It needs to be in a really intimidating spot. So what if I move it more like this? I probably could redraw this to be less thick. More thin. There's not really a ton of room. One option I could do is have a rock fall from here and like land right here and then project it on the rock. That could also be a solution, like right here. Let's see how that might look. Oh no, you're not being annoying, you're good. Yeah, trust the process, guys. Trust the process. So, let's go props and global. I know I have a rock in here somewhere. Rock, yeah, here we go. Let's put in this big rock. So if it were like a flat rock like this, and it's just kind of landed right here, would this work? And then Lucy would be around right here. I think that would work. I do, honestly. I think that would work. So maybe we'll just do that. And so then it would be like that. You know what I mean? I feel like that would work, right? Or it would fall like hello again. Cover the entire screen. I would want to do that, but I don't want to block Lucy and the whole scene itself. Okay, so yeah, I think that'll make it a lot more dramatic, and then it would also crush all of these little plants. So, looks a bit cheap. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'll R&D that a little bit off stream, but for now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna work a little bit more on some of the red lighting for the hallway, because I think we should do that first. Do Faloops jump? I think they do. Yes, I think they can. I don't know if they're necessarily known for it, but I think they can. So let's set the lighting on to true. And then what I want to have in this cave is just some intense fog. So something like, if we grab like particles, dust storm here. So if we can get this shape under control, just like this. Oh, where'd it go? There we go. Like this is a little bit too much right now, but we're just getting started. So what if I made it black and then red like this? Sweet, I'm gonna scale that down a tiny bit just so the pieces aren't as large, and then I want it to be going this way. Here we go. And then we'll change. What if we made it? No, I don't like that. The shade of red is a little bit too pink. And then we'll make it way more transparent. There we go. Sweet, there we go. So we have this red fog that comes in. And then as we go through here, then we'll start working on this lighting. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Here we go. So let me put this fog under this live stream thing here. Will there be any hanging Lucy signs? Like the ones from Desolate Fields? So let's just kind of run through and put some point lights where I think that we could put some. So I think, ooh, I like the idea of putting a light behind this little guy. Like this. I think that looks pretty cool. So we'll put a light right here. I would imagine we'll see those signs again in Act 2 at some point, but probably not near Lucy's house. So we'll just set up some of this stuff here. And the way that I'm going to have these set up is they're just going to be little lanterns that are kind of hanging from here. So I think I have a lantern ready to go. Here we go. I have two different models. Why do I have two different models? I don't know. Let's see which one I prefer. This one or this one? Oh, this one easily. This one's way better. I don't know why I have two different lantern models. I think I must have just made one and then forgotten I had made one, so then I made a second one. And then we're gonna give, oh, you guys can't see this, huh? Let me flip it over. We're gonna put a lantern right here. Just have this hanging from here. And we're gonna give this the glow red. I think, let's see, what would work best with the balloon? Those are all a little bit too bright. Well, let's go with this one. And then we'll put in a light inside of it. So let's flip to the main game. Here we go. Put the light right inside. Sweet. Perfect. I'll make this a lot brighter. And we'll give it a cookie. Just to kind of help make this look better. I think something like that would look nice. And I do need to fix the shadows because they're kind of being weird. Just have it ignore the lantern shadows completely. There we go. Nice. Sweet. So then we'll put that here. Nice. Alright, now let's just kind of add this as we go. So maybe we'll put one right here. Well, no, there's going to be a red source message there, so let's put it down here. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. Oh, it looks like I already have some lighting from the OG version. We'll hook this on right here. Nice, that looks good. And then we'll put one deeper down here. Like this. Just like so. You wanting to play Venge? Well, you're at the part where my game is set back to the start of the game, even though you have autosaves. What do you mean? I don't know what you mean by that. Like, the game doesn't save at all? And then up here we have the gate. So, the next one is going to be over past the gate here. And we're going to put it over here, like right here. I have some of these blue lights that are already existing, but I think I might honestly just get rid of them. You love the ambience? Oh, thank you. Thank you. And we'll put another one down here, so you have to go through here, go through here. And we'll put a light around here. Is it attached to anything? No. Let's rotate it a bit. Like so. There we go. And then I do want to lift it up a tiny bit, which you'll see why I do in a second. I think it'll look pretty cool. And boom. There we go. Then look at Lucy's house. Her house looks amazing, beautiful. It's like honestly kind of the best house that's ever been made, as you can tell. But yeah. Okay, then the thing that I wanted to try was adding some fog into these lights to see if that would look good. So if we give that a shot. Ooh, yes, I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. There we go. But maybe a little bit more obvious. I don't like that. Something like this. Yeah. Give it a little bit more MyG. And we'll save that. And we'll also copy it. And let's paste it to every other light too, so that we can all have fog. You want to see the house? This is that. Here we go. Here's the house right here. It looks really nice. Like this. Perfect. Paste. Alright, let's see how this looks with the fog. Nice. Wait, do some of these lights even have fog? Doesn't look like it. Oh, no, it does not. Okay, well, let's give it some fog. Like this. And then, looks like we just gotta do it manually for whatever reason. Let's go down here, like so. This one's way too bright, though. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. We'll just save that one. And I guess we don't really need to save it, huh? Because it'll automatically be applied. I think this is the first time we've done a chase in an all red hallway, right? Am I right about that? I can't tell. It is a modern house, yes. Let me add. This perfect. And then you crawl through here. And boom, Lucy's house. Wonderful. Okay. I think this looks good. We're going to give all of these flashing lights. And so that'll look nice and stuff like that. And yeah, sweet. I think this looks pretty awesome. Very dramatic, very spooky. Are you using URP or using that one volumetric light script? I am using the standard rendering pipeline, and then it's just a volumetric script. So from here, let's save all of this lighting here. There we go, perfect. And let me just paste this into post elevator crash. We need, well, some of this lighting belongs to the little hub entrance here. Ooh, I'm tired for some reason. But that's pre-chase. Oops, it needs to go in post-chase. Just like that. And this needs to go in here as well. We'll make this red. And then we'll have the chase. I don't remember what I called this. Oh, I just called it that chase thing. Let me move the right screen over. Here we go. And if I go into here, I need to create the lighting. Oh, I already have it. Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. So we're just gonna go in post chase. We're gonna go caves like that, and then that's where we'll paste all of this stuff. Sweet. Now let's give each of these a flickering light script, just like so. A new flickering light. You could have went back to your last point in the part your whole time. Yeah. So if you click new advent or you click load adventure, it'll what's it called? It'll put you back at the. I'm blanking out. Oh my gosh! If you click load adventure, it'll take you to the path, and then you can continue. You don't have to restart the entire game if you close it. Let's do 1 to 3, like so, and we'll copy this. And we'll paste this on these lights here. Paste. Sweet. Perfect. Okay. The next thing that I wanted to do was let's add a little bit more fog, because I think the fog's nice. Like so. Where'd it go? It's like, where did I put the fog? What the? Where did I put the fog? Hold on. Search for it. Dust storm. Here we go. Where did I put it? Oh. Post. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. We're going to put a little bit more just kind of throughout this little cave here. And we'll see how that looks in game. So. Let's try that. No, literally. I don't know why I'm getting so tired all of a sudden. I promise I got like 8 hours of sleep. So I don't know what's going on. Here we go. Alright, let's give that a shot. Alright. So it's dark, it's perfect, the lighting is optimized, and then we can turn it on just like so. Wonderful. Then when we run down here, very spooky lighting. Here we go. Then you run down here. Perfect, okay. I do think I should make the fog less opaque. I think that might help. Just so that it's not super thick. Yeah, there will be a little bit of an ellipse warning, but that's just kind of the case for all of Venge. Alright, so... Oh, you guys, yeah, okay, let's give this another shot. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add in Lucy's house, and we're gonna see how well that is and see how well that looks. Oh wait, right, I have to turn the lighting on. There we go. Perfect. We should probably add some flipped plants in here, I think. And I'm probably gonna improve this lighting a little bit later, just because it's not fully done yet. But here we go. We'll add the inside of her house. Or not the inside, the outside exterior of her house. And then we'll go from there. Sweet. I'm going to go and run to the bathroom and take a tiny break. So I will see you guys in a second. Do not leave. If you leave, then I'm canceling Act 2. I'll take you to the BRB screen. All right. Don't go. All right. Bye. Alright, I'm back. Sorry. Hopefully that brain rot was good enough. Let's get started with Lucy's house. So wait, what time is it? Okay, perfect. We're on schedule. So, Lucy's house. This big room over here. Actually, I'm gonna consult my reference images because I feel like the lighting from the original 2.0 was a little bit better. So let me see if I can find where I put that. So, it would be, it's in one of my hard drives. It's gotta be, here in, where's videos? All right, here we go. Here, OBS. I think it was from 2022 that I did the lighting. Please make cracks in the cave. Yes, that show flip space. Of course, that's definitely part of the plan. All right. Let's see. Is this the right video? Where is it? Is this before I made the chase? You know what? I have a Patreon video of it, so let me go try to find that. Just like so. I'll search for Patreon. First chase sequence, here we go. Alright, let's see how this looks. So here's the original chase. Holy crap, this thing is low quality. That's not just my computer, right? I think it's just the audio. Or not, let's try HD. But I think it's literally just the game. You literally cannot see anything. That's so funny, actually. Oh, right, it had these little sparkly rock thingies. The slow part is intentional, because remember, you can't run. You can only crouch, or you can only walk while you guys do the chase. So that part's fine. Okay, then you walk through here, and this part had some blue lights, and then it had these growing spikes, which we'll all do. And then it looked like my game's underrated. Thank you. Then in here, gotcha. That it just had like the blue light. Okay, that was that looks a lot worse than I remember it looking. So that's kind of funny. That's great. You kind of like the vibe? The vibe is there, but it's just so blurry and you can't see anything. So I'm glad that we're making some changes here. Let's start adding some. Should we start with this room? I think we should start with this room. So what I'm kind of thinking is, yeah, okay. First order of business is the Lucy house exterior is part of her house. Which is fine, that's okay. But the thing is, it doesn't really make sense for the exterior to be part of the house because you'd never see it unless you're outside of the house, aka in this intro cave. So what I'm kind of thinking we do instead is we shift and we move this exterior piece into the other scene. So then when I get rid of the other scene, then we can deload this whole thing. So that's what we're gonna do now, and it's gonna be a bit of work, but I think it'll be fine. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna start cutting out all of the pieces here that are, I mean, we're probably gonna have to do a whole live stream just going through her house and, you know, polishing everything up that needs, because it's been a while since I've done anything with this. So we're gonna call this move to outside. And, oh, I did not mean to move that. And what? Move to outside. So you also have like all of this wood attached. You know, it needs a lot of work. So I have to like grab all of this wood without grabbing any of the pieces from inside of her house. You have an advantage. There should be a Venge and Evil Oklahoma and 1 pillar of cheese and steak. starring Lucy.exe on April Fool's 2026. Okay, yeah, that could be fun. Maybe we could look into that. But I don't want to grab any of the stuff from inside of her house. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a tricky balance. So let's go through and let's make sure that we're grabbing all of the exterior stuff and then nothing from the interior. Her house is so fun. I can't wait to work on it for real. It's gonna be awesome. Just like so. And we'll deselect these little pieces here. Like that. Perfect. Oh, I see. It's not a clean cut, but I think that should be fine. So, if we select like all of this wood here, gotcha. Okay, so we can't really use any of this wood. Well, no, we could. We totally could, yeah. We could just have it like a blend between the two. I think that'll be fine. So, this looks like it's fine. I don't see any parts that are attached. Although we gotta make sure we catch all of it. So like, for example, this doesn't need to be part of the inside of the house because it's, you know, it's the exterior stuff. Like so. I think that these are all exterior stuff. But I could be wrong because I think they're shared. Yeah, they're shared with the inside. So let's deselect everything that we can see from the inside and go from here. Just like this. Like that and that. And you can technically see this from the inside, so okay, there we go. So this should be, if we like hide that, nice, and then here, nice. But I just really don't want to split these wood pieces. I would just kind of ideally like, well, honestly, it might just be easier to do something like this. Yeah, okay. And just deselecting the walls. I don't think I'm gonna worry about the wood right now. So then we'll deselect all of these pieces here. And this mesh needs a lot of optimizing, I think. Because as you just saw, they're kind of all shared, which isn't the best. Ideally, it should kind of almost be like on a room or floor by floor basis. But there we go. And then we'll grab, I know these exterior wood pieces here are part of what's it called? This little thing right here. Okay. And then I don't think you should be able to see anything from here inside. Okay, you can see some stuff, but that's okay. This process is pretty slow, and it's not the most interesting thing, so sorry if it's boring. This now, there's no way. Okay, here we go. So, nice. This should be all of her exterior stuff here. Sweet, so let's move this into its own mesh and move that outside. You know what, actually, I'm gonna make this collection not visible. So the move to outside collection will be hidden, just like that. Sweet. All right, now let's deal with this wood here. So I think if we could just kind of start grabbing all of this. I know like the patio or the porch or whatever it's called is completely exterior. I really should have done this when I was making this house. What's that white thing in the sky? This is an old remnant of the flipped world that I had started working on. So there's like a window inside of her house right here, and it goes out to like a cave. And it's like a flashy kind of rainbow cave, kind of like Helpsy. But I don't think I'm going to use that anymore because it doesn't really make sense, and it was honestly kind of ugly and was laggy. So I'll just replace it with something that's a little bit more of the new style. So let's just copy and paste all of, or not copy and paste, we're going to select all of this mesh here and move it on over. Sweet. Alright, all of this is definitely exterior stuff, so are these pillars I've just noticed. These ones are interior and exterior, so we'll keep. Yes, I think it'll look like flipped space for sure. So let's move you to move to outside. And then these lanterns, move to outside. These lanterns are not attached to anything, right? Okay, move to outside. Okay, sweet. I think that covers everything. So now this is separated. Sweet, okay. Then we'll go into our other scene here, intro caves. And let's enable Lucy's house here, just like so. Like so. Nice. And it still has this exterior, which I do not want. So let me just go here and append. We'll go to sets. Sets, Act 2. Lucy's house. Yes. Collection. Move to outside. Sweet. Here we go. Then just gotta get rid of the outside stuff from the inside now. So let's go back into the other set. And we can properly delete this collection. Delete all this. Nope. Delete hierarchy. Perfect. Okay. Sweet. So we just removed the outside part of Lucy's house. And we moved over here. So now, if I hide this. Okay, that's not working. That's obviously not. Oh, wait. What version of the house is this? This is not the right version. What the? That's a really weird version of her house. It's like completely empty on the inside. That's very bizarre. Huh. Well, we're gonna get rid of that. I don't know what that is. And the way that we should properly do this instead is by linking it. So we'll go File, Link, Lucy House. Did that work? Hello? Blender? Did that work? Lucy House. Excuse me? Why are we not working? Why is it not linking? Oh, here we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. Sweet. Okay, we're good. So then we have this ugly exterior, and then we can enable our brand new interior like this. Sweet. Cool. Okay, so now it's a part of this. So then theoretically, we can unload the house, right? Like this. We could have the house unloaded, and besides this window, well, it'll work just fine. So on lower quality settings, this is what the house might look like until you actually enter it. I don't know. Sweet though. Cool. Awesome. So let's properly organize all of this mesh because it's a little bit too much. And then we'll get it in the game. So first of all, we have this Act 2 prop decoration. Well, let's create a little empty to parent these children to, so that. Okay. Gotcha. Okay, there's already one here. That's nice. Oh, why did I do this? There's so many little weird decisions that I made. Whoa, making this game that I don't like anymore. Gosh, this is gonna be wild. All right, sorry, I'm just cleaning up all of this crap that's in here. There's a lot of empties that don't really serve our purpose. Okay, so we're gonna create a new empty here. Let's give it a cone. That'll be fun. Right here. And this is going to be a part of the set. And this is called To Lucy Exterior. Like that. Now, To Lucy Exterior is responsible for holding the exterior of her house, as you might guess. So let's just put that in here. Nice. And let's just clean this up. So, house prop decorations, I think that's fine. We'll just call this Lucy Exterior, house prop decorations. Then we'll call house stone. That's fine to have. Lucy Exterior, house stone. House wood. Why is there two different types of wood? That I could not tell you, but we're gonna merge them together. They should be using the same material. There we go. What? Why did it? Oh, it flips the normals. I see, I think. Is that what happened? What happened to the text? Why does changing the material do that? That's weird. Why does it do that? This is so messy. This is fully so messy. There we go. It's using a texture from early in development. What is going on with this thing? Oh my gosh. Goodness. Goodness. This is messy. This is really messy. Okay, you know what? It's fine. So, house wood, we'll merge these together. We'll call this Lucy exterior house wood. This is why I will never work on a long game like Venge again, where, like, a game that spans, like 5 years of development. My next game is going to be super simple. Lucy exterior roof detail. I do remember doing this, adding the little detail like that. What's happening, we're just basically cleaning up the mesh and getting it ready to go. And then Lucy exterior glow lanterns. Sweet. All right, that should be good. So let me just make sure that we're all using the same material here so that I'm not going to run into problems. I know I'm going to run into problems right now where it's going to be doing all this stupid nonsense, like getting rid of this for whatever reason. I don't know why it's doing that. That makes no sense. There we go. Okay. And then the roof detail is just part of the stone. Okay, there we go. Sweet. All right. Expanded the texture lines are showing? Where? Wait, where? Yeah, no, literally. I'm really excited to work on the next game. I think it's going to be a blast, to be honest. I've been playing a lot of survival games that because with Venge, I was under the, I kind of like, when I was making the sign, oh, okay. When I was making Venge, like in Glitch way back in the day, I had been kind of like gaslit into thinking that if I wanted to make anything that I could not play. Like, for example, if I wanted to make good Minecraft animations, I could not watch Minecraft animations. And I had been convinced of that basically since I was super young. And so when I was making Venge and when I was making Glitch and stuff, I would not play other games. Like, I refused to play games because I didn't want to accidentally take inspiration or whatever, which is like totally fine. It's fine to do that. But at the time I was so mortified of it that I refused to play any games, and that ended up hurting me a lot in the long run because I wasn't able to know what is good and bad in games, you know? So that's why I've had to do like a lot of improvement and stuff later on. But for this next game, it's a survival game, and so I've been playing a lot of survival games just so I can kind of get a grasp of what I like in survival games and what features and what functionality and stuff I can add to the survival genre that maybe hasn't been done before. So I have a lot of ideas and stuff that I'm really excited about, and it's going to be a blast. It's going to be so fun to make. I'm really excited for that game. So let's continue our work here. Let's combine, so this is Lucy wood. We can combine that into here, just like so. Well, trying to play the piano just makes it sound very sad. Oh, is that playing at the same time? Oh, that's actually funny. As I'm giving my like sob story about like, that's actually funny. Love that. Okay, so this is the first time. So that's actually really funny. I did not intend for that. I promise. That's a funny coincidence. Okay. Here we go. I haven't played Resident Evil type survival horror. I'm talking, for example, like Subnautica. So, my favorite survival games right now. I really, really, really love Subnautica. Subnautica is such a good game. I am so excited for Subnautica too. I love Subnautica with all my heart. I also liked Planet Crafter. It was a little boring at times, but I did like it. I also played, what other game did I play? I've been playing Satisfactory right now, and I really, really like Satisfactory. I really like automation in games, and I really like base building, so I gotta make sure that I have good base building and maybe good automation in my game. All right, let's check out the house in the game here. What else? I could have sworn I played another game. Yeah, I never would have guessed based on my desktop wallpaper. Yeah, I'm kind of obsessed with Subnautica. I loved Subnautica so much. It's so fun. It's like I love Subnautica so much. That game like blew my mind. Yeah, it like became my entire personality for a while. Yes, no, I love Satisfactory. Satisfactory is really awesome. I don't know. That's sort of survival game. I also like Terraria, which is kind of survival. Kind of not really, but okay. I'm getting distracted. Lucy House. We're looking for Lucy House. Decorations. Right, here we go. Decoration and then Lucy House stone. But yeah, so I think I have a good list of like I love Subnautica, but like here's my issues with it, and like I love this, and like here's my issues with it. So I think that it'll be pretty awesome when I make my own game, and I'm really excited. I think I have a really strong story, and I think I have a really strong idea, and I think it's just gonna be a ton of fun. So I'm really excited about that. But that's after Act 3. I'm trying to get these games out as quickly as I possibly can because I just you know. I don't want to be working on Venge in 2030. I really don't. I'm so sorry if that's upsetting, but I just really don't. Anyway, so let's go check this out in game and let's go see how this looks. So let's swap over and let's go see her house. So let's switch over to the red lighting and let's give myself a flashlight just so that I can kind of see. Here we go. So imagine a perfect chase. We're like, running away, running away. Run away, run away. And in here, run through this door. Run across this little bridge thing. Perfect. Wonderful. All right, let's do some lighting here. Let's get this area looking nice. So I'm gonna go in here and we're gonna create a new empty. And we're gonna create some lighting. So I'm gonna move this lighting right around here, and we're gonna put the lighting like this. I could look, you have water at the bottom. I think that might be good. Yeah, I know. I need to fix that spot right there. You know what I'm kind of thinking? I think I kind of shot myself in the foot by announcing that I was going to do the video idea. Because I think a lot of people skipped out on today's live stream because they're just like, oh, I'm just going to watch the video. When the video is only, I'm only going to get like 5 minutes of this live stream in the video itself. So I was going to say something in the announcement, but I just totally forgot because I was running late. But that's on them. Okay, so let's get some nice lighting in here. Whether it would be collabs in the future with other games, that would be super cool. I'd be so down for that. Alright, so let's just get some of these lanterns lit up here. And I think the contrast between the flipped cold, dark world and then this bright, beautiful house here will be kind of awesome. Thumbnail coming, low-key, yeah. Here we go. Just like that. And because of the current filters, it doesn't do warm lights very well, but if we do like this, and then let's give them a cookie so that the texture just has a little bit more texture like that, and then let's rotate this around. I don't like how it's rotated. There we go. Sweet. What if I give it some volumetrics? Ooh, that looks nice. Yes, that looks nice. This is exciting. This is the first time I've ever done cozy lighting for 2.0. This is really exciting, actually. I'm gonna add a black little box behind here just so that we cannot see this because I think it's kind of throwing me off. So let's add some environmental lighting in here. So these little light bulbs up to here. It doesn't look very cohesive. Yeah, don't worry. We'll trust the process, but also like, I do really want it to be a very harsh line where it's like very immediately clear that you are entering somewhere safe because it is a safe house after all. So let's give some of these a blue light. What happened? You were gone for 5 minutes. We basically got the house in the game, and now we are doing the lighting for it. Well, we got the exterior of the house in the game. Yeah, no, don't worry. We're gonna add some. I think it could be cool if we add some like flipped holes at the top here, and then we could have like some purple stuff coming out. Act 2 isn't out yet. No, I know it's not out. I'm trying my best. I really am. My goal is to get Act 2 out next year. So let's hope that goes well. I'm trying to scale down the scope of the game so that it won't take me for absolutely forever to do. There we go. And then I think it'd be cool if we had little windows kind of facing inside the house, even if they don't really go anywhere. I think that'd be kind of cool. So then let's add the signature Lucy dramatics. So is this the first time in Venge that we've seen yellow and blue lighting? I think this might have been, because usually it's purple. It's like purple or red or something. So we're gonna add a volumetric light beam like this, because Lucy, in my mind at least, she's kind of like she's a little silly in the sense where she doesn't like she put super secret safe house, and then she like in front of her house and with her name, and then she has like a giant spotlight going on it, and then she's like, guys, this is my safe house, no one come here, it's my super secret safe house. And I just think that's really funny. I just think it's kind of silly. It's like a little counterintuitive, because you would think that if you're trying to make a safe house, you'd make it as hidden as possible. But that's just the fun about Lucy. All right, we're gonna give it a spotlight here. And like over here, for example, like if we fly over here, like one of her attempts to hide it was Lucy lives this way, and then she points towards this thing, like in the opposite direction. It's like, good job, Lucy. Like, people are totally gonna fall for that. It's, you know, it's no wonder that we find her house so easily. Let's see how this looks. Wow, that's really cool. That's gonna be such a shock. All right, so we're gonna give this a orangish vibe. Wow, this is gonna be such a cool contrast. Like from this to this. And then let's give it a little bit of, I wanted to add some dust particles. Perfect. Like, she has good intentions, but she's also just not the best at execution. You know what I mean? Like, she's trying. She really is trying, but it's just falling apart a tiny bit. Okay, so it needs something more. I don't know what else it needs, but it just needs a little bit more. Let's give it a bit of a darker blue for these lights right here. The super secret safe house. Exactly. I mean, if I built this awesome house, I would do the same thing myself. All right, even though I don't have some lights or some flipped space yet, let's add some. We'll work on a prototype, but let's see how it looks, because it might look really terrible and we end up like not liking that. Ooh, star-shaped lights. That would be really fun, actually. That would be really fun. I like that idea. We'll add that. Look at me cheating right here. I don't want you to see what's behind your house, so then I just slope the tiles up. That's funny. Yeah, we're gonna add some flipped volumetrics. I don't know if I've ever shown it before, but we'll do that. So here we go, and we'll add that here. It looks really ugly for a second, just until I can get everything looking right, and then move it up here, and then let's turn on shadows. Make this purple. Perfect. Perfect. Just kidding. No, it's not done. We have to add the volumetric. I don't know. Well, no, I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, we're going somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I can see it. I can totally see it. Okay, we're good. We're good. It's like this, kind of. Yeah, trust the process, exactly. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I just ruined it. I feel like I honestly just kind of... Maybe if we make it dimmer, right? Like if we make it not as bright, because usually this sort of thing is like very blinding. No, I feel like I ruined it. I think I ruined it, guys. I don't know. I think I just honestly prefer this. Yeah, I think I honestly just prefer this. I don't know if I'll do a flip thing right there, but maybe, because I want this to be the focus, but there's like a dead spot right here. Like it's like kind of like an ugly bald spot right here. So we gotta move the cave a little bit inwards. But, you know, I'm happy with that. I think that looks really nice. And so let's save the lighting. Please copy and paste. And paste. Okay, we're good. Lighting saved. And let's put this in the game. So this is called, what did I call it? It's To Lucy Exterior. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Let's improve some of her house design real quick. Let's make this look a little bit nicer. So what I wanted to do is let's first start by getting rid of this really ugly bald spot. Oh, there's like also a complete hole in the map. Oh, wait. Ooh. There's like no exterior walls right there. We gotta fix that. Okay. Well, for the last like, we're gonna spend the last like 15 minutes doing this. And then next live stream, what should we do next live stream? I don't know. Would you guys prefer, okay, so here's a question for you all. Question for the people. What is more interesting to you? And I want to do a poll. I'm going to do a poll for this. So let me just check this out. Is modeling, texturing, animating and scripting and programming, or story? Okay. So, what's more interesting for you guys during like live streams like this? Because I don't want to spoil Act 2 for you guys, and so like some of the major spoilers and just like some of the story stuff I'm going to do off camera. But like, for example, let's say I'm doing like a little thing in the kitchen here, and I'm doing a super important scene that I don't want anyone to know about, right? I'll work on this scene on my own time, but then for the live stream, maybe we improve the decorations of the kitchen, or maybe we add a way to look in the fridge or something like that. Would you guys prefer, like during live streams, would you prefer if I model and texture, animate and program, or do story events like animating cutscenes and stuff like that? Let me see what you guys think. The chimney? Well, it looks like the chimneys would be right over here. Lucy makes waffles? Yes, Lucy makes a ton of waffles. They're not that good looking, and she kind of just has a bucket full of them. But, you know, she tries her best. So, based on what you guys say, then I'll pivot the live streams in that direction. Because there's only so much modeling and texturing we can do. Because eventually I'm going to have all the sets made and stuff like that. But I think it'd be fun, like, for example, one of the things that I'm going to have that's really important for Act 2, just like interactability. So I'm kind of thinking like, for one of the live streams, what we'll do is we'll add the ability to be able to click on her fridge and see all of her food, and like adding a ton of food items and stuff like that, like stuff that's not story important but just it's interesting content. Or maybe for a live stream we program a system that lets us control the lighting in her house, or maybe for a live stream we code Lucy to play chess with us or something like that. Stuff that's not story related, so you guys can still enjoy the live streams without having to, you know, be spoiled, because I don't want to spoil things for you guys. But I want to make Lucy's house feel very much alive. So, yeah, would love to hear your thoughts on that. Okay, so I gotta move these little pieces to the exterior. So let me quickly go over to Lucy's house. Let's see what's winning. Okay, modeling and texturing and story events, really? Okay. So you guys don't seem to like programming too much, which is totally fair. Okay, this exterior wall piece needs to go, because I built it on the wrong side. Yeah, because I definitely don't want to do anything spoiler related. So like, for example, another thing we could do is like making Trojan horse maps. That's like not spoiler related, and we could totally do that super easily. So, you know, just stuff like that, just stuff to consider. So I'm gonna move this into its own thing like that. Okay, move me please. We're gonna go copy you, put you over here. All right, so it looks like really story and scripting is winning in the poll. Huh, I did not expect that. All right, Lucy's house, here we go. And then grab this. Move me, please. I think in the next live stream, we'll work on Lucy's house. So, for example, what we'll do is we'll improve the quality of the textures and we'll maybe change some of the layout and we'll, you know, just like increase it. There we go, okay. Increase the vibe, you know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Oh wait, no, that's fine. We did this in the live stream. I thought I spoiled it. But at the end of the live stream, I'll show you the other flip plan. I might as well. So we'll go into Lucy's house here. Make the chase work. I will need to make the chase work, definitely. Okay, so if we would get rid of Lucy's house. Okay, honestly, yeah, that's not that bad. So let's just copy over. Oh, I thought someone was calling me. My phone just like flashed, which is my live stream. So if I do this, let's copy over. Yeah, no, don't worry. I don't want to spoil you guys. I am taking extreme care to make sure that I don't accidentally spoil things. It'll get hard because, you know, I'm working on the game at the same time. But yeah, it is my biggest priority to make sure that I don't accidentally spoil something. But I don't think I will. I think I'm covering my tracks pretty well. I mean, I have spoiled some stuff in the past, but I've learned from that and I've gotten better, I think. At least I hope. Alright, so let's just improve. Ooh, I don't like that diagonal. That kind of made our house look kind of fat. Let's just rotate that back. There we go. We'll just have to move the cave a little bit larger. Let me solve that. There we go. Here we go. And let me just kind of scoot it forward a tiny bit. Sweet. Perfect. Okay, now let's add some cute stuff here, like some windows. I think it would honestly be kind of fun. Is this in the same texture sheet? No, it's not. Alright, that's okay. I'm gonna add some fake windows in the front here. Just like this. Here we go. We'll add a little bit of a window seal. I love myself a window seal. They're always so fun. This texture right here got messed up. I don't know why. Why that one in particular. Let's just fix that. There we go. Yeah, she definitely would have fake windows. Because, like, if I think about it, like, she would want windows because it looks pretty, but also she wouldn't want people to be able to see inside of her house. Because, you know, it's not a super secret safe house if you can see inside the house. So she's like, well, I guess I'll add fake windows. You know, just attention to detail like that. I'm gonna get rid of these two because the textures were wrong. Here we go. Just like so. There should be drawings in them. That's actually exactly what I was gonna do. So I already have a few because Lucy has some fake stuff already, so we're just gonna use that. So, what's the song playing right now? Christmas Dragon Party Nightmare version? Nice. I like that one too. I've started production work on Torturous Metamorphosis, which is pretty awesome. I think it sounds cool, but it needs a little bit more work. What is Broken Heart? Broken Heart is a song from Act 2 that plays in Lucy's house. And it's basically like a cheesy pop song that plays like all about like love and romance and stuff. It's pretty awesome. Okay, a little cute little window like this, like so. Perfect. And then like this. I don't know. I don't like the little lines in the middle. I just like this. Sweet. Then back here, well, I think it's part of the decoration set. I think that's where I included pictures. Did I? No. Where are they included? Is it under rocks or wood? It's not under wood. What about stone? House fake nature? No, not fake nature. House decoration set 2? No. Just decoration set 3 maybe? No. Oh my gosh. Okay, thank goodness you guys could not see my screen because I accidentally just found a spoiler. House props? No. What? Where is this texture? Stone. Do I really not have it? Okay, well, let me try to import this. We're gonna go to sets. Let's use house. I think it's in the stone material, or it's gotta be in the stone material. I don't know what other material it could be in. If it's not on the stone one. What? Where is this texture? Okay, we're gonna have to go on the hunt. It's this one. This texture right here that I'm looking for in particular. It's the ones she uses for... Wait, are they not here? Wait, what? This one right here. What is this? Act 2 prop set. Okay, Act 2 prop set. That's what we're looking for. Let's go to materials. Act 2 prop set 1. Here we go. Act 2 prop. No, Act 2 prop. Oh my gosh. Act 2 prop set 1. Here we go. Nice. Here we go. This is what I was looking for. So we'll put up a little mesh here. And then we'll add a little painting. Just like so. Sweet. Do I have anything else in this scene that shares the same material? Nope. Okay. It's okay. So we'll grab this, and this. We'll move this over here. Just like so. And then I'll also add it on this wall as well. The fake window is believable. Oh, good. I'm glad. I'll add it over here too. Where did it go? Oh, it's behind it. Sweet. Alright, there's that. And then let me add this to the mesh. So this is Lucy entrance, Act 2, prop set 1. This goes underneath here. Exterior, not entrance. Boom. Save that, and perfect. All right, let's give ourselves some other materials here. So we have wood. Oh, it's using the wrong wood. Will there be a Bear Alpha Venge collab? If they're down for a collab, then I'm down for a collab, I think. So you have to let me know. It's still kind of empty. Yeah, I think that's okay. Her porch isn't gonna have a ton of stuff. Yeah, exactly. It's meant to be a little empty. What? Why is it still doing that? I thought I fixed that. Is it like it's using the wrong wood material? Ah, there we go. Now it's fixed. Let's re-export that. There we go. Sweet. Okay. Then we need Act 2 prop set 1. Sweet, okay. Let's see how that looks now. Let's give that a shot. Alright, let's play it. Go into the game. And let me quickly turn off the background color, just so it's black. And let's head over. So, which way do I go? Oh, right, this way. We gotta turn on the lighting first. I was like, that's what threw me off. Okay, here we go. Let's run down here. Run down here. Through this gate. Across here. This pillar needs to be lowered. And wow. Wonderful. That actually was really good. That looks really cool. I don't know what's going on right here. Seemed like it went away. Weird. I like that a lot. So then we run over here. And then into the house we go. Pretty awesome. I like that a lot. I think that looks really nice. But now we just need to add a little bit of flipped decoration. So, or a little bit of flipped plants and stuff. Because it looks nice, but the cave just looks really boring. You know what I mean? So, I think I could live stream a little bit longer. We have had the time, but I think we could go for longer. So, what we'll do is I need to run to the bathroom again. And I'll let you guys stare at this for a bit. Listen to the music, enjoy. Don't let anyone leave. And we'll continue the live stream. Alright, enjoy. How do I turn this? Alright, sorry, I'm back. Let me get rid of that stuff. Sweet. Okay, so I actually had an idea, and I want to know your guys' thoughts. So we can either do two things left. We can either add flipped plants to this area, or we can do some shader work and create one of the important parts of Lucy's house, which is called, which I won't necessarily say. I'll let you guys guess. So what do you guys want to do? So I'm gonna make another poll for this because I think it's kind of important. Here we go. Start a poll. So should we add flipped plants to cave or work on secret shader? Secret shader / effect. What do you guys think? Flip plants to cave. Oh my gosh, everyone wants flip plants for cave. Okay, that's fine. I can totally understand that because I think the secret shader and effect might be a tiny bit of a spoiler, but I'm sure you're going to see it before. Oh my gosh, every single person wants flip plants. Okay, you know what? Unanimous decision. That sounds good. Alright, let's do that. I did notice something, though, that I do really want to change. Oops. All of these windows have the same texture, and so I kind of want to shift it around a little bit just to give it some variety, you know what I mean? Like this, just so they're not all copy and paste, just like that. Sweet. Okay, cool. All right, let's add some flipped plants here. So let me grab the material for this one, and then we're gonna duplicate it, and we're gonna put it in. Oh, it's already in here. Okay, well, we're just gonna keep it. So let's start with some mushrooms. Mushrooms are always super easy to add. I'm not going to add too much because I don't want to distract from the cave, but I think that a few will be fun. Can I turn back on the music? Oh yeah, sure. Well, let me go into the game. Here we go. Now you can see. And you have the music too. Street Like Comatose. Ooh, that's a good song. Just add a little bit of mushrooms around here, like so. And I want to add a big mushroom. I love big mushrooms. They're so funny. Just like this. At minecarts? Ooh, that'd be a good idea too at some point. And then every big mushroom has to have a small mushroom nearby. It's the rules. I don't make the rules. It's just how it is. And maybe we'll have some right here. Question for the people. I'm gonna delete every Venge song, both released and unreleased. You get to save 3. Which ones are you saving? Add a cactus? I definitely will at some point. Okay, then let's add a few flipped plants to her. I know, I already asked Stompy this question. I asked the Patreons this question. So I think Stompy has a better answer already. But a revenge story? That's a good one. Trying to play piano, Trojan Horse, and probably Mission Abort. Those are good ones too. Street Like Comatose. Should I play a little bit of a revenge story? Like the most recent demo I have? Would you guys like to hear it? You do? Sweet. Alright, I'll play it. I'll play it. Okay, let me get it. Let me turn off the background music. And let's go into my music folder and a revenge story, and we'll do the latest demo 28. Yeah, 28. Ready? We're not gonna do a lot, and I'm gonna turn the desktop audio down so you can't screen record it as easily. But here we go.
It's oh so dark, it's oh so quiet. Everything we knew wrecked out riot. Bones crushed and metal squeaked, pushing out of the ground like a twisted spring. They tried to run, they didn't make it far. They burned and suffocated in invisible tar. But none of this bothers me, no, it's quite fun. Taking revenge on the chosen one. Their days, not Jimmy, of course, but the bone roast all over the floor. Time goes on, the mystery dies down. Get used to silence, it's all around. But what they don't know, I will tell you now, this wasn't an accident. No, it was foul. Well, the dead can't speak. I will spill the tea. Kabir, that's close, cause there was an A.
Okay, now I'm gonna make it really quiet because I don't want you to hear all of it entirely. But we'll just keep it playing in the background as we work. So I'm thinking of adding this plant right here. I think that would be pretty awesome. I don't know, can you guys hear that too loudly? I can't tell. I'll make it super, super quiet. No, I'm not gonna stop. You guys, it needs to be a surprise. It needs to be a surprise. You can't hear it? Okay, good. Hopefully I'll just let you in the silence. How is that? How does that sound? Does that sound good? I don't know about the vocals. I don't know. But if you guys think it sounds good, then maybe I'll just release it. Like, honestly, at some point I just need to release it. Because it's taking forever. It's very good, thank you. The drop is the best part. I know, the chorus is so good. I love this part right here, the chorus. Well, this isn't the chorus anymore. It sounds like a Muppet song? Oh, thank you. I also don't know if I like some of the lyrics, because I don't know, they're not fully good. I don't know. I think it works, but I don't know. I don't know fully. But, okay, so I've added some more flipped plants into here. I've added some of these more Dino Blooms, which I would imagine, because these Dino Bloom plants have the little bomb things attached, but every single one of them does not have a bomb. So I'm imagining that Lucy harvested them all, which is, you know, interesting. I wonder what she's doing with all those bombs. But I'm going to grab our favorite little guy here and put him in this room too. But I'd add fly traps. I think I might add one more, but I don't know about anything more than that. But yeah, I agree. The lyrics are a little cheesy, and I mean, some parts of it are meant to be, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I might rewrite it, but the instrumental is so good. The instrumental is like genuinely, at least in my opinion, one of my best instrumentals ever. And so I'm really, really proud of it. So I don't know. How many acts will there be? There's Act 2 and then Act 3. And those are the last 2 acts. So let me grab our little flipped plant here. Let's grab the Eyewalker root. And this little guy. And Act X. But Act X doesn't really count as a full act. It's like Act 0. Where it's not a full act, so. Okay, we'll add him. Look at how tall he is. This one's going to be extra tall. I'm going to make this guy extra tall. He's going to be so awesome. He's going to be so much taller than the other one. Oh, yeah, I got to do you. Can we trust Lucy? I don't know. Can we? What do you guys think? And he's going to be bent over. He's like, hello. A little bent over. Like so. Perfect. All right, that we're already at 200k vertices just for this small little scene, but that's quality. That's quality for you. I don't think it'll make the game lag too much, but we'll see. All right, let's see how this looks in the game. Same thing. My materials got messed up. It's gonna be so laggy. I think it'll be fine. I do think it'll be fine. But it is kind of an intensely dense map. Because also like the cave and stuff, it's going to be a lot. Alright, let's see how this looks. Ready? This is probably going to be the end of the stream if I don't have anything else to work on. But let's see. So, alright, let's go in here. We'll make the lighting and the background. Sweet. And let's go on our little adventure. Oh, you guys can't see it. Oh my gosh. Oh, good thing I caught that. Okay, here we go. Let's go on our way. How do you spare the cartoonist? It's pretty tricky. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be paying attention. You can spare the cartoonist using the universe door and her nest. Here we go. Nice. These plants look good. They help a little bit. Then, come through here. Nice. Okay, these plants are the wrong color. They're supposed to be red, but that's okay. That helps a lot, actually. I think if once these plants are red, it'll look really, really nice. Let's do that real quick. I'll be right back. Let me do that. Go into the lighting controller. It's super easy. I just have to drag the plants into the little renderer here. Just like that. Perfect. All right, now it'll work. Let's give that another shot. So let's set the tone. Let's set the tone. I'll play the music that plays during this part. It's called Your Bones Rivet. And let's pretend like this is the chase. So is this the right one? I think it's this one. Is it? Yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, I gotta set the lighting. There we go. This is what it's gonna be like. Ready? Simulation. Except for like at this speed. Where's the volume? All right. Then it's like this way. That's my Lucy impression. Ooh, that looks nice. I like that. I like that a lot. Sweet. It'd be cool if the plants pulsed to the music. I gotta add that, but nice. Then she's like, this way. And then you walk up here. And you get in the door, and then it goes like boom. Sweet. I like that. I think that looks good. I think this lighting looks nice. It's pretty spooky. Cool, cool. Well, I think that is where I'm gonna leave you guys for now. So stay tuned. I'm gonna get this video uploaded either Wednesday or Friday. I don't know yet. And it's gonna cover more than just the live stream. We're gonna see some of the stuff that I added before, which I actually want to show you real quick because I do think it's pretty cool. So, yeah, let me show you real quick. Little teaser to the video for sticking around in the stream for so long. Let me open up the new plant that I added. So this plant is technically considered a character because it's animated. So it's a part of the creatures. But here we go. Are you guys ready for this? Let me do the idle animation. I'll show you what it looks like in Blender, and then I'll show you what it looks like in the game because it looks a little bit different. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, and boom. Here is the new flipped plant. This is the first living flipped plant. This is called the Flipped Venus Chomper. And it's like a little Venus flytrap. And then I can have it go nom 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 and eat you as you walk by. Yeah. Pretty cool, pretty cool. This is what we did in the earlier part of the video. So basically when the video comes out either Wednesday or Friday, you'll see me modeling this and making this, and then after the live stream, then I'll animate it and I'll give it its AI and stuff like that. But here he is. Pretty cool. Well, let me leave you with the pretty screenshot of Venge, and I will see you guys next week. Same time, same place. You all better be there. Yeah, I will see you all later. Goodbye. Thanks for coming. See ya.